Hello, Bridgewell team. The next video we are going to cover here is going to be how to edit these, what we're calling the corporate pages, which are all of these that appear under the About heading in the menu. So, uh, as we've noted before, you can either, from the front end, look at that page and then click this Edit Corporate Page option right here. Or if you are already looking at the back end, you can come to Corporate Pages and find that particular item right here in the list and click on it to edit it that way. Either way, you're going to end up with a view that looks like this, with whatever the page title might be and the slug, etc., showing here. And the fields will be exact. It's just what's in them that will change. So these are very similar to the service pages that we already covered. A couple minor differences, but I'm just going to go ahead and present this as if you did not watch the other video. So um, obviously, these have the difference of having a banner up top is the biggest difference here. And then they also have this little, most or all of them have this little square on the side with links to some of the other pages that are kind of important. So looking here on this, obviously the name of the page goes here. That is going to be what shows up in this headline right here, wherever that feeds in. So we've got corporate governance there. So that's what's showing up in this title area here. And then we also have this option to show the banner on all of these. We are showing the banner, so you'll see that this is checked. The banner image is here. The featured image, even though it looks the same, you can see that the aspect ratio is a little bit different. The banner image is what shows up here. The featured image, again, is what shows up here on this page when that block feeds into the main parent page there. Banner lead-in text, we haven't been using that, but that would add a little bit of text right here above corporate governance in a smaller font. And then we've got the banner headline right here. That's going to automatically convert it to all caps here on the page in that position. And then if you wanted text below that, you can enter that there. That would be similar to what we have here on the home page. So banner text would show up right here in this position if you added it to the page using that field. And then again, similar to the home page, we didn't use this on any of these about pages, but if you wanted to have a button, you would fill this out. The button text would be what appears on the button. And of course, the link is where that's going to go to. Typically, we don't do that on interior pages because they've only just landed here. We don't really want to send them away immediately to somewhere else. There may be exceptions to that rule, but that's generally speaking why it's not in effect here. Down below here, you will see that we've got the page layout tool. So each one of these is a row. It's a little bit like Excel that way. And then you can choose how many columns the row has and what the fractional uh, relationship is between those. So you can see here we've got this set up as a half and half row. I would expect that the only edits you need to make here are text edits and link edits potentially, so I'm not going to go in depth into how to change the layout of the page. So if you wanted to change what this headline is here, you can see as I hover over each of these elements, a little green bar shows up, which gives you access to control a number of things. So this first part here, if you click and hold on it, that allows you to drag it to different places. You can drag it to another block. You can just change the order between these two elements within one block. The X here on the end will allow you to delete it. This one here will allow you to duplicate it. So if you wanted another headline on the page that looked and acted the same, you could duplicate it and then edit it and move that somewhere else. And then, of course, the most important one here being the pencil. This allows you to edit that particular item. So if we wanted to update this text here, for instance, we can just click on the pencil. It gives us this pop-up window. We can change the size of that however we might want, give ourselves a little more room here to work if there were a lot of text in here. And then we can just easily put our cursor into it, much like a Word document, and add or edit the text however it's needed. So to add a link, we can just type in our text. We can highlight the link. We come right up here to this insert link icon up top. Click on that. It's just going to be better in most cases to go ahead and click on this link options before going any further. This gives you a wider array of controls. So if you're linking to one of the pages on the site here, you can pick it from the list right here. Obviously, the list is long. The search tool works really well. It starts filtering as you start typing. So if you wanted it to go to the Grain Mat Services page, you would just click that. It writes the link for you up here. If you're linking to an external page, so let's say Google for whatever reason, highly recommend that you just go to that page, even if it's as simple as google.com, and that you would copy and paste. It eliminates the possibility of making an error when putting something like that in. It still goes in that same field, but since we're linking to an external site, you're going to want to check this open link in a new tab box. See how that works. You can see that the link is there. We'll click Save Changes. To update that, nothing is going to show on the front end until you hit Update here. That's what ultimately saves your changes. Go ahead and hit Update. We'll come over here to the front end. We'll hit Refresh on that. Here's our new link. And if we click on it, we can see that it does indeed open that in a new tab so that when the visitor's done with that link and they close it, the Bridgewell site is still here waiting for them. We'll just go ahead and remove that. Scroll down here. Remove that text. And same process. Save. Hit update. Come back over here. Hit refresh. And that text is now gone again. So yeah, those are the basics to updating those pages. If you do need to update the image, then you should keep the image size the same as what we've already loaded. So you can see here it's 1584 pixels wide by 460 tall. That's going to make it so that when the visitor goes from page to page, that everything falls in the same position and, keeps the same layout on the page. It's going to be a little bit wild if they go from one page to the next and one is this tall and one is much taller. So those are the dimensions you are going to want to use for that. And of course, if you update the banner image, it's going to be best if you update the featured image at the same time so that this image matches this image. And the dimensions on that you can see right here, or maybe it's a little small, 600 pixels wide by 250 pixels tall is what you're going to want to use for that. Now, it was already covered in the basic linking item that I mentioned previously, but it's a little bit different here. These if there are PDFs or something in these sidebar items like this, let me find one second, such as this file download here for the credit application. If this becomes outdated and you need to update this file here, it's pretty much the same process. The only difference here is going to be, let's just go ahead and open this up. It's not linking to a page on the site or a page outside of the site. It's linking to an actual file. So you can see here when we come in here and we go to edit this link, that it is going to the media library on the site. So if you need to update this, what you'll want to do is come to the the media library, and you'll say add a new media file. And once it's there, it'll appear in this first position. You'll click on it, and then this is the file URL, and that's what you'll want to use in order to link to it. As when linking to an external site, you're going to want to set it to open in a new tab, uh, which again just makes it so that when they click that, the file opens, they can see it here. They can print it, download it, whatever they want. And then when they close the tab, if we didn't have it open tab, they'd just be gone. The Bridgewell site would be gone. In this instance now, when they close it, the site is still available for them right behind here. I think that should cover everything that you need to do on the about/corporate pages. Let me know if there are any questions.